Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A glorious day it is indeed, and I have been tasked with introducing our speaker for today, Rev Ricardo L. Brown. Rev Ricardo L. Brown was born on June 9, 1970 in Ahoskie, North Carolina. He is the only child of Reverend Earl M. Brown and Mrs. Carrie H. Brown. Reverend Brown is a third-generation Baptist preacher. In 1988, he graduated from Huguenot High School in Richmond, Virginia, and was accepted into Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. He received the Bachelor's of Arts degree in religion from Morehouse College and the Master of Divinity degree from Virginia Union University in Richmond, Virginia. In 2006, Reverend Brown earned the Doctor of Ministry degree from Virginia University of Lynchburg in Lynchburg, Virginia, formerly Virginia Seminary and College. Or seminary, excuse me. Wouldn't want to wish death, no. That's all right, so in the Richmond community, he serves as an executive director of Living the Dream Incorporated, formerly Community Learning Week. Living the Dream, Inc., since 1978, has been responsible for the annual celebrations of the life and legacy of the late Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. in the capital city, excuse me. In addition to his academic Dean of Richmond, Virginia Seminary, and is a member of the Richmond chapter of Concerned Black Men, which mentors young men in middle schools in the city.
Amen. Amen.
Reverend Brown loves to pastor, loves to sing, and loves to minister in the community. He is married to Cynthia Wyatt Brown, who is a native of Columbus, Ohio, and a graduate of Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. Mrs. Brown is a third-grade teacher in Richmond, and they are the parents of two daughters, Kimberly Lauren Brown and Lauren Michaela Brown. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome our preacher for the message this morning.
Amen. If you would turn to 1 Kings chapter 15. 1 Kings chapter 15, beginning with verse 9. I'll be reading from the English Standard Version of the Bible, but regardless of the version that you have, I still ask you to follow. 1 Kings chapter 15, beginning with verse 9. In the 20th year of Jeroboam, king of Israel, Asa began to reign over Judah, and he reigned 41 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Maacah, the daughter of Abishalom. And Asa did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, as David his father had done. He put away the male cult prostitutes out of the land, and removed all the idols that his fathers had made. He also removed Maacah, his mother, from being queen mother, because she had made an abominable image for Asherah. And Asa cut down her image and burned it at the brook Kidron. But the high places were not taken away. But the high places were not taken away. The grass withers and the flower fades, but the word of our God shall stand forever. In November and December of last year, I attended 2 retirement celebrations for 2 pastors. My journey in November was to Charlotte, North Carolina. Gregory Moss said farewell to the St. Paul Baptist Church after 17 years of leadership. In December, my second trip was to Atlanta. Michael Harris, after 26 years of pastoring on Sweet Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, said farewell to the Wheat Street Baptist Church. Both men served the Lord well. In Charlotte, during Greg's time as pastor, 3,500 people joined, and that congregation countered homelessness, hunger, and AIDS. In Atlanta, Wheat Street, during Dr. Harris's time, continued to feed the hungry downtown. During a period of 17 years in Charlotte, much was accomplished. Over a span of 26 years in Atlanta, strides were made. And the Bible says that Asa did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. Listen again, it says that Asa cleaned house. He ended prostitution. Now, I don't know how you do that. And he also got rid of all the idols put up by the kings before him. But if you read the Bible, Asa told his grandma that she wouldn't be queen anymore, as well as tore down and burned up what she put up. Greg became pastor of St. Paul's in Charlotte at 43. Dr. Harris followed the legendary William Holmes Borders at Wheat Street at the age of 44. We don't know when Asa was born, but we do know that for 41 years, he did much good. But if you look at verse 14, it says he didn't remove the high places. Yes, the male and female prostitutes were banished from the land. Yes, he destroyed all the idol gods put up by his predecessors. Yes, he told his grandma to hit the road, Jeff. But he didn't remove the high places. Asa's successor still had work to do. Whoever follows Greg Moss at St. Paul's in Charlotte, they've got work to do. Whoever follows Michael Harris at Wheat Street in Atlanta, they've got work to do. Much good has taken place in America since 20 Africans landed 11 miles from Williamsburg in 1619. But there's still work to do. There are no more signs physically up that say colored drinking fountain or colored waiting room. There are no more signs on army bases that point to the direction of white officers going to the showers and colored officers going to separate showers. In 2016, no more signs are physically up that say colored staircase or on buses that say colored sit in the rear. No more signs are physically up that say we serve colored carry out only. No more signs are up in movie theaters. Because my mom and daddy had to sit in the balcony when they went to movie theaters. Haven't figured that out, because why would you want stuff thrown down on you? No more signs are up that say no colored allowed. In August of last year, Pastor, I had to preach in Montgomery, Alabama, and I saw no more signs that said colored go to the back. But we've still got work to do. There are no more signs on walls that say we cater to white trade only. Because if that was true, then a black man on Shark Tank shouldn't be asked to be an investor.
Yes, sir.
A few years ago, I went to the Black History Museum in Greensboro, North Carolina, and some things I saw were quite shocking. A tour guide can make or break a tour.
Yes, sir.
And the tour guide in the Black History Museum in Greensboro, North Carolina did an outstanding job. She even graduated from North Carolina A&T. And she showed us a Coca-Cola machine. On one side,
Yes.
it said white use only. On the other side, it said colored use only. But before we left the Coca-Cola machine to continue the tour, she said, I want you all to notice the price of the Coke on the white side and the price of the Coke on the black side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Coke on the black side costs more than the Coke on the white side.
Okay, son. Okay.
No more signs are up,
Yes, sir.
but we've still got work to do.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Asa got rid of visible idolatry. We have no signs up in our country as in the past, but everything has not been eradicated.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Loretta Lynch, a preacher's kid
Yes, sir.
from North Carolina. Her first day on the job as Attorney General had to deal with people burning down the west side of Baltimore.
Go ahead, sir.
In all of our hamlets, in all of our towns, in our cities, we've still got to reach our children,
Yes, sir.
especially the black man. Most of us who've been alive at least 18 years, we understand anger. But many folks turned out all right
Yes, sir.
without their daddy being in the house.
Come on, sir.
Children, you got to stop using the excuse of my daddy not around. You can still be somebody because you can be in the house
Yes, sir.
and have no relationship with anybody.
Yes, sir.
Am I right about it?
Yes, sir.
You don't see Jews burning up their neighborhood.
Yes, sir. Tell us, tell us.
We've still got work to do.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
There are so many firsts in our country, in our state,
Yes, sir.
in our nation, in our world. I met the other day the first black president of the University of Richmond. So many firsts. A Hispanic sister on the Supreme Court.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So many firsts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if we become satisfied and complacent, we may not see seconds or thirds. We have work to do continuously,
Yes, sir.
not only with our youth, but we've still got to counter and disrupt and try to eliminate homelessness and hunger.
Yes, sir. Okay. Tell it.
The history books say that they tried to fulfill Dr. King's last request, the late Dr. Ralph Abernathy in Washington, D.C., the year after he died with the Poor People's Campaign. But due to internal stuff, and there's always internal stuff, especially in the church.
Yes, sir.
He told me to make myself feel at home. There's always internal stuff. Black folks lie in church when they talk about ain't no politics in church. You lie. There's always internal stuff.
Preach it, son. Preach it. Yes, sir.
I don't understand it.
Go ahead.
Homelessness and hunger.
Yes, sir.
But we spend millions of dollars
Tell it, son.
going up into space,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
doing research
Yes, sir.
on the sun and the moon
Yes, sir. Preach it. Preach it.
and the stars.
Yes, sir.
Millions of dollars. I don't have a problem with millions millions of dollars being spent on what we should spend it on.
Yeah.
You remember at the Pentagon?
Make it plain.
How much hammers and toilet seats cost? You do remember, don't you? They didn't go to Homes and Lowe's and Walmart, no sir. Millions of dollars for somewhere to sit.
Yes, sir.
Read Jet magazine and spray Lysol. You'll figure that out. Millions of dollars.
Come on, bro. Come on. Yes,
We
sir.
waste our money in America on the wrong thing.
Yes, sir. Preach it, son.
When in Washington, D.C.,
Yes, sir.
1,300 children are homeless and live in motels and in an old hospital that's fallen down. And we want to see if there's life on Mars.
Okay, bro. Okay. Yes, sir.
God asked Cain where his brother was.
Yes, sir. Preach it, son.
God already knew the answer.
Yeah.
And Cain got smart. Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, sir.
America? Are we our brother's keeper?
Yes, sir.
Flint, Michigan wants to know.
Come on. Come on, bro.
Are we our brother's keeper?
Come on, bro. Yes, sir.
Because when people in government turn their heads
Yes, sir.
and get convenient amnesia.
Yes, sir. Okay, son.
I said convenient amnesia.
Yes, sir. Preach it, son.
You know folks who owe you money get convenient amnesia.
Yes, sir.
Can I get a witness this morning? Act like they don't owe it to you, but they, amen. Let me move on. Flint
Preach it, son. Preach it.
needs some help.
Yes, sir.
Hillary Clinton said it's a racial issue.
Well,
Michael Moore, a filmmaker in Time magazine, said it's a racial crime. Now, while everybody is out there trying to figure out how and why, and the other day they said that the filters in Flint don't work properly.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody of all ethnic backgrounds in Flint still have toxic water.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make it plain. Make it
There's still work to do.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin,
Yes, sir.
a preacher's kid,
Yes, sir.
is going to put people in a hotel and feed them. God is good.
Yes, sir.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, sir. Preach it.
The new head of Full Gospel Baptist, Joseph Walker from Tennessee, said that water is on the way from Full Gospel Baptist.
Yes, sir.
Puff Daddy and Mark Wahlberg
Yes, sir.
have donated 1 million bottles of water.
Yes, sir.
Are we our brother's
Go
keeper?
ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Williamsburg,
Yes, sir.
James City County,
Why don't you check?
are you your brother's keeper?
Yes, sir.
First Baptist, I know what you're going to do after the service,
Yes, sir.
but are you your brother's keeper?
Yes, sir. Preach it, son.
God knows we've still got work to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just hold on, I got 2 more pages.
Come on. Take your time, son.
About 2 years ago, took my children to Busch Gardens.
Yes, sir.
Still bushed, amen. The amount of money spent still knocks me over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm still trying to recover from Mickey Mouse in Florida last year. But anyhow,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we stopped to eat breakfast on Richmond Road at a pancake and waffle place. I always noticed my surroundings and I saw a school bus pull up. I said to my wife, look, there's nobody on the bus, but there's some children waiting out front to get on the bus. She said, Ricardo, you do realize that they probably live somewhere near, and they're first on the bus so that their fellow children at school won't tease them if they knew where they lived. Williamsburg,
Yes, sir.
are you your brother's?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
last time the bell was rung was decades ago,
Yes,
from what I'm told, when blacks in the United States suffered under the Jim Crow laws.
Yes, sir.
Much over time has been accomplished,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but our country still has a long way to go. King Asa removed much, eliminated much,
Yes, sir.
but he couldn't do it all during his season in office upon his throne.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I challenge you today,
Tell it.
regardless of your occupation, to just reach one person
Yes, sir.
while you occupy your position and your career.
Come on, sir. Come on.
A composer wrote in 1945 a song that says, if I can help somebody as I pass along,
Yes, sir.
if I can cheer somebody with a word or a song,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
if I can show somebody
Preach it. Preach it.
he is traveling wrong,
Yeah.
then my living shall not be in vain. If I can do my duty
Come on.
as a Christian officer,
Yes, sir.
if I can bring back beauty to a world uproar,
Yes, sir.
if I can spread love's message
Preach it. Preach it.
that the Master taught,
Preach it, sir. Preach it.
then my living shall not be in vain.
Preach it.
But then another songwriter,
Come on, sir.
Lucy Campbell, born in Mississippi,
Yes, sir.
wrote this song,
Yes, sir.
If When You Give
Yeah.
the Best of Yourself, telling the world that the Savior is come.
Come on.
Be not dismayed
Yeah.
when men don't believe.
Come on, sir.
He'll understand and say, well done. But if you try and fail in your try,
Preach it. Preach it.
hands sore and scarred
Yes.
from the work you've begun,
Come on, brother.
take up your cross,
Yes, sir.
run quickly to me.
Yeah.
He'll understand and say, well done. Can God say, well done? Can God say, well done? When he looks at me, when he looks at you, can God say, well done?
Preach it. Preach it. Yes, sir.
You look hungry. Let's get out of here.
Yes, sir. That's all right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, he told me to feel at home. I
You at home. You at home.
preached 23 minutes,
Yes, sir.
3 beyond my normal. Brother musician, can you do a little bit of The Storms Keep on Raging On?
Yes, sir.
Sing that. And we're going to get out of here. Y'all stand up here.
Yes, sir. That's all right, Morehouse,
The
man.
doors of the church are open.
Yes, sir. That's all right.
If there's one today, we are still in worship.
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
The call is still clear
Yes.
that the lost, that sinners still need to be saved.
Oh, yes. Yes.
If there's one today, give God your heart. Give these leaders your hand.
Yes.
If there's one today, come. Though the storms keep on raging in my life, and sometimes it's hard to tell the night from
Go on,
day.
son. Let me hear you. Let me hear you.
Still that hope that lies within is reassured.
Oh, yes.
If there's one today, come. As I keep mine eyes upon the distant shore, I know he'll bring me safely to that blessed place he has prepared.
Go ahead.
But if the storms moment it made me feel like I'm at home. Though the storms keep on raging in my life,
Yes, sir.
and sometimes it's hard to tell the night from day.
Oh, yes. Sing it, sing it.
Still that hope that lies within is reassured
Sing it, Ricardo. Sing it.
as I keep my eyes upon the distant shore. I know He'll bring me safely to that blessed place He has prepared. But if the storms don't cease, and just in case the winds they keep on blowing in my life, my soul been anchored in the Lord. My soul been anchored.
Yeah.
My soul been anchored. My soul been anchored. The billows may roll, the breakers may dash. I shall not sway because He holds me fast. So dark the day, clouds in the sky. I know it's alright, 'cause Jesus is mine in my soul. My soul, my soul, my soul, my soul has been in the Lord.